This is my inventory right here of everything. With this video, we have an agenda down here in the bottom right, as you can see. On the what solds, I did a little something different. I actually attached the camera on my head and I pulled 8 cards that we sold. I only sold 6 cards on eBay and 2 on Etsy for $40. Things are up and down right now with what's going on in the world. We'll talk probably a little bit about that throughout the video. When I do the what solds, I have another little clip with me pulling those cards, so you'll see how I pull them from the inventory and stuff like that. Then I got a special topic on metamorphic postcards. Creepy. We'll talk about those. And I got some examples here that I'll bring up on the big screen, and we'll see if we can see what they're talking about. And then for the poll, what time do you pack and ship sold postcards? You pack them all day, whatever. We'll get in there. It's kind of interesting, and I'll let you know what I do, what my opinion of it is. And then I got about 4 viewer comments to go through at the end of the video, and those are always cool. I try to pick them out where I can. Nothing special, just random polls. So if you put comments in there, it might get pulled up. But let me go ahead and get started with the what solds. And once this is over, they're done for the video. I can run right through it. This is my inventory right here of everything. In the corner there is box 1. That's the lowest number. And then over there is 94, and that's the highest number. So as I look through, I do it by SKU number. And I put that SKU number in the custom label fields in Etsy and eBay. As I pull the cards, sometimes I bring my MacBook over. A lot of times I'll just walk over from my desk because it's just as easy. And here's Sal right here. He's still around. He watches what I do. Let's take a look and see what I got here. The first card that sold was 8254. That's probably going to be in this box here. 8254. There it is. That's a beach. Sold for $4.55 on eBay. I'll put this one back. The next one is 9312. It'll be in the next box over. 9312. 1112. Sand dunes. $4.55 Chrome card on that eBay. We sold 6 cards on eBay and 2 on Etsy. Let's see what I got here. 39270 is some horses. 39270 right here. That's the horses right there. Chrome card, $4.55 eBay. Got 3 more. Got sold a cover, 54422 Kitty Hawk. Be in this box here. 54422. There it is right there. That's the first day cover. It's got the print of the boat. Kitty Hawk, 1961, North Carolina. Put that one back there. The last 2 on eBay is 52047. Boycott stamps right here. Bunch of stamps, $4.55 eBay. And the last one on eBay is 52251. A steamer passing under a bridge. I think that's from the private collection. Kind of nasty on the back. So that was 6 cards, totaling $30 on eBay. Kind of a slow day on all around. You take the good with the bad. Now on Etsy I sold 2 cards, and I put the SKU number in there too, 16716. Yep, it'll be in this box here. 16716. Right here, Whitehall, some fence or something. It's a white border card. Sold for $4.65. And then 26084. We'll put this one back. 26084. 887984. This is University of Chicago campus. That's the inventory number right there. And that's what that is. We just pulled 8 cards, and Etsy was worth about $10. $40 for the day. Now that's all the inventory, and you'll see some of these here that are stuck up. These are ones I need to look at. I'll go through them, do them once in a while, but I just know there's an issue with the number or something like that. But that's the lowest box. Number 1 would be there. Highest number would be a 94. Now a lot of people say, why don't you put the ranges on the boxes? It's because about every 3 months when I sell cards, they loosen up. I move them all this way. They'll tighten up. If that card's in this box here, in 3 months it might move to here. 6 months it might move to here. So it's just a lot of maintenance that I don't want to do when I know the numbers go this way on there. Now down at the bottom there is the covers that I haven't done yet. Some miscellaneous boat, some inventory right there. Magazine ads. Now here's Sal. He's in his cage. He's watching everything. He just got a bath the other day, so he's ready for camera. But over here is the prints. And these are all done in 5x7 sleeves. There might be 10 cards in each one, or 1 card, depends on what's in there. Each one has a number. Just real easy to scroll through. And now all the prints that club printed out that I sell is all right here. And they're pretty well done. All the prints are. I just got those covers to finish up and some miscellaneous. But that's the whole inventory, and it's 5 steps from my desk. About 90,000 cards between everything on there, but everything's here. I hope you like that little clip I did. Kind of shows how I do the inventory and how I pull. It was an easy day today to do that. A lot of times I'll just do it from right at my desk and walk over. I don't print out a big list of stuff to do that because I'm so close. I kind of do one at a time, or if someone buys 3 cards, I'll pull those. Or some days I'll pull them all. It just depends on the size of the orders for the day, but it's just so close here. But you notice how I use the SKU numbers instead of names, or different ways of doing the inventory. There's so many different ways to do it, and I always recommend when you start selling postcards, and it's something you might get serious about, is pick a method that works for you and stick with it. You will probably end up changing up as you get the more experience with it. When you get down there, you don't want to have 2 or 3 different inventory methods. It can really cause problems, but there's really no way around it. Once you get up into bigger numbers and then you make a change, you might have a couple inventory methods until you move over to it, or you just know. But my method is everything has a SKU number, every card, and I just put them in the boxes numbered across. And I do the same thing with my toys. And one day when I sell one, I'll show you what I do in that area. We'll take a walk over there. And let's go ahead and get into Metamorphic postcards. Now these are not the anamorphic. There's metamorphic and anamorphic. They're kind of different descriptions that I found and definitions. These are more about like Napoleon's head with a figure on it, and you got to look at it to see. It kind of makes up the person, or a cliff that looks like an animal. And your anamorphics get into more animals acting like humans, and that'll be another video that I got put together. I just gotta finish it up, but we're gonna get into metamorphic, not as much about the anamorph. But what is metamorphic? These big terms. Don't be afraid of terms. You just gotta understand the definitions. But I'll put it right here on the screen. So metamorphic is an alteration or change, a picture made up of different pictures depending how you look at it. And I got 5 examples. We'll look at them together. Example: a face of Napoleon may be composed of figures. It's hard to explain until here in a second you're going to see what I'm talking about. But sometimes metamorphic postcards will have nude figures on them, so be careful when you're listing and searching them. I know it's art, people ride that edge, but if you don't like that type of stuff, a lot of the metamorphics will have the nude art and stuff like that in there. Again, I'm not talking about the anamorphic, the animals acting like humans. We're talking more about a picture, many pictures making up one picture. Sometimes I gotta stare at these a little bit to see what they're saying, but sometimes I pick them out right away. Now I'm gonna go through 5 pictures and I'll put them up on the big screen a little slower than my last videos where they scrolled through, and we'll take a look at each one and pick out what it is. Remember, this is YouTube, so you can pause this video and take a look if you're not catching it yet. But the first one here is of a deer or an elk. And it says, how would you like to be an elk? And if you look closely enough, the back of the guy's coat goes down to the nose of the elk, and then the red there is a lady, and they're kissing. The head is up by the antlers. I'll give you a second to see if you see that. That's an anamorphic. If you just look at it real quick, it looks like an elk, but if you stare at it a little longer, you got a guy and a girl, his arm around her, her arm around him. So that's a metamorphic picture. The next one is the Napoleon. And if you can just stare at him, you can see all these different images, like his eye. That's the head of some lady or some guy putting his arm up right by his eyebrow. And then up in his hat, you got some horses going to war or whatever. And then there's something on his nose. That's probably the most prevalent one I see out there is the Napoleons, metamorphic ones. And this is Napoleon 1. I guess his younger nephew was Napoleon 2 or something like that. I'm not a history buff, so, but I know there's different Napoleons. And then the other one tried to be like this one. But that's Napoleon. Next one you should get right away. It's a tree and a rock on a cliff, but it's actually like a goat or something, antelope or something like that. And it says, hello, Bill, or the way the sky took to them. I'm not for sure what that is. But there's two people standing there. It's a rock formation with a tree, but if you look at it, there's the nose, there's the eye. So it makes up a goat's head. This one's another easy one. If you look at it, it's actually a guy sitting on a mountain, but it kind of looks like part of the landscape. I have no idea what it says. It's some kind of foreign language on there. But that's like, you'll see a lot of the landscape, the mountains in there and stuff like that. Then the creepy one. This was a creepy one. So this is another foreign card, it looks like, with the words. But if you look at it, it's actually like the guy on the right is a clown or something, or got a clown outfit on it, but his shoes, and then you walk up with him, and his hand is right above the nose holes of the skull, and then the eye is his head, and then on the left you got right, or whatever it is, the lady head is in the eye, and her hand is in like the teeth, and it looks like she's sitting down. But that's kind of a metamorphic, kind of sticks out on there. But those are metamorphic postcards, and if you didn't get them, you can scroll on the video and go back and look at these and see if you see them, but I think most of you see them. Now, with pricing of metamorphic postcards, how well do they do? I don't do a lot of them. I don't see a lot in the field. I see Napoleon one probably more than anything, but then sometimes when you're going through boxes, you just don't catch them. So you want to be careful if there is metamorphic in there. But I'm going to put what I can up on the big screen, since these are harder to see as I go through the pricing of the sold hold, or sold high, sold low, list high, list low. And we're going to take a look and see kind of what's being sold out there and what's being listed. So the first one is a guy on a mountain in a winter scene, Santa or something like that. Christmas metamorphic fantasy Santa Claus face. So it's a Santa Claus face on a mountain. And that sold for $22.50 plus $1.50 shipping. It was an auction for 4 bids. So they got $24 for that card. That's not too bad. The next one is a fantasy man's face in a mountain. And there's a little elf or something down in there too, like in the bottom left or mid left. $28 and $1.50 shipping. So far these are selling around $24, $25. Then here's another creepy one. Metamorphic card. It's the same type with the people on there and stuff like that. Best offer accepted at $59.48. Maybe they got $45, $50 for it. $4.50. So those are the sold highs, and these are unique ones, as you'll see here in a second with the sold low. Why did these sell high? They're unique. I think it's because of uniqueness and the subject. Now here's the sold low, and this might put things into perspective. This is $4.95, auction $1.90, so they got $5-6 for it. Its face is on a mountain. As you can see in the darkness there, there's a face and stuff. Not as unique as the other ones, I don't think, but $4.95. And then there's Napoleon. What does he sell for? In an auction for free shipping, $10. One bid. Just think if you get two people. Auctions, if you don't get two people in there, it just doesn't seem to do. But for $9.95, someone might have got that card, you know, for 10 cents or a quarter or 50 cents. Still not a bad sell, but those are the prolific out there. And then you got the horse head Metamorphic card out there, and that's sold for $1.25 shipping, $8.95 auction, one bid. It's basically one bid, one thing is a buy it now. So $9-10. So even the lows are $9 to $10, $8 to $10 cards, and the highs are between, you know, $24, $26. So these are not ones I would pass up if I can get them for a good price. But then you get into listed. And again, I'll put these on the big screen so we can kind of see them. So these are faces on a mountain as well. They got it listed for $30 by now with $6 shipping. That's because it's coming from Italy, and my account is here in Illinois, in the States. So $36 for that card there. You know, the sold highs were getting 24 to 25, and this is coming from Italy. Shoot high, someone might make an offer. Then Russia, Metamorphic Tsar skull. That's what they are. I wonder if it's a Tsar skull. Yeah, because he's got a little thing dressed on his neckerchief or whatever. $46 and $2 shipping, and that's coming from Portugal. So Italy is $6 shipping, and Portugal is $2. I don't know. And free returns. Maybe that's right. It's a little higher than what we're seeing, but maybe someone will make an offer on it. But they are a little unique one. They're not the Napoleon ones and stuff. Then you got Roosevelt with some graphics in his face and stuff, $85. Now I think that one might be a little high, maybe more than a little, compared to what I just saw. But I didn't go out and see any comps on there and stuff like that. That one would probably be a harder sell than the $30 or $40 one. Then listed low. These kind of ran in each other because there wasn't a lot of low ones like we see in some of the other videos. This one is a German Mountains Metamorphic King something laying down. You can see the faces on there. $7.61. They took 40% off. $1.50. So they got $8 for that card. Listed is what they're doing on there. That's what they got on that one. Then here's the elk one. The rock thing that looks like a goat face or an elk face. $8.41, 15% off, $1.50. So they're trying to move these cards. Got one person going 40% off, another one going 15% off. 40% off, I would just change the price. Whenever I see like 40, 50% off, it's either a clearance sale or it hasn't sold, and you know, I usually pass sometimes on that because there's a reason for 40% off. Unless the person needs money, it's bill time. It causes questions when you get up in the higher percentages off. 10, 15% is the norm I see, but 40%, what do you think? And then you got another Napoleon here on there, $8.95 auction, no bids, $1.25 shipping. So they want $10 for that card. There's really, on that one, just like the Roosevelt one, I don't see anything really unique as the mountains or stuff like that. That's probably why it's just sitting there. And it has 9 hours to go. It probably ran for 5 days, 10 days, and 0 bids. So auctions sometimes aren't what they used to be. That's Metamorphic postcards. Another thing to look for when you go out looking through boxes. Or now you know what they kind of go for and how I go through and look at these. I don't see a lot of these in a while, then that's probably because you kind of got to look at them. If you're going through a box real quick, you might miss them. So you want to keep your eye out for these types of things. Metamorphic postcards. Who knew? Polls in the community tab on the channel. If you're subscribed, when these polls go out on Saturday morning about 9 a.m. Central, you'll get notified most of the time. I'm not for sure about YouTube's notifications sometimes, but anybody with 500 subscribers or more on a channel can use the community tab to run some polls. And I've been sending them out for a while now, every Saturday, and it seems like I'm getting a lot of participation on it, and I think it's spurring some conversations, and I use them in the videos. It's like good content. But this one I picked out is, what time of day do you pack and ship postcards that sold? I get that question a lot in emails and stuff. When do you pack your stuff? When do you spend time? What does your day look like? I do my packing and shipping in the morning, but that doesn't mean I can't do it at night. So if I'm talking to somebody or watching some live show on YouTube or watching a movie and the wife is doing something, I might just come in here and watch the movie in my office and just pack up the postcards so I don't have to deal with that. Sometimes when I get a lot of orders, like 75 to 100 cards, I'll jump in the office and try to pack them up before I go to bed. Right? That way I don't have to deal with it in the morning. But if I don't, I don't. But the poll came out and said 51% do it in the morning, 13% in the afternoon. Some people work afternoon to evenings. I'm a morning person. It's just been working that way for years. And 15% is in the evening when they could probably get home from work or get things done. And another person does it all day long. Your full-timers are home. They get them. They just pack them up all day. And everybody says, why do you do it just once a day? Well, I found with postcard people, and this is from experience, a lot of times someone will buy a card. They're not in your postcard store. A lot of people don't buy things from eBay and stores. Now, your followers that follow you might go into your store, but most people found that single postcard when they're searching for Chicago, Illinois, Philadelphia, and they pop up and they pick and they buy, pick and they buy. What I found, if I let them soak for 8 to 12 hours, not all the time, people will have multiples. They might buy 2, 3 cards. They're still out there shopping, and it might be 1 or 2 cards. And I make more money if I can put 2 cards in one envelope for an ounce. I can put up to 4 cards in an envelope for an ounce for sure. I don't have that thing, but I found if I let them soak a little bit. And there are times when something comes in, I'm going to the post office, I'll grab the last one that comes in. But I like to combine the shippings. But that's when the pack. There's no right way, wrong way. It is whatever fits into your schedule. Get it out there. You got 1 day, 2 day, 3 day shipping. I recommend 1 to 2 days. People want to get them out on there. And nowadays, most people are doing 1 to 2 day shipping. It's not that hard. Postcards, just put them in your mailbox and they'll pick them up, put the flag up. And remember, with eBay standard envelope, it doesn't require an acceptance scan. They can't scan it when they accept it. It just requires a scan somewhere in the system on there. And really where I push to get stuff out is Friday night and Saturdays. I ship 6 days a week, but I try to get as much as possible out Friday or Saturday. That way it's got all day Sunday to go through and they get it on Tuesday or Wednesday. But if you sell it on Friday and you don't ship it Saturday or Sunday and you do it Monday, then they're going to get it Thursday. So it's almost Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's almost 6 days before they get the card. And some people just don't have the patience anymore. So I found it's really helped with the item not received, emails, questions, if I can get stuff out Friday and Saturday and just get it out there and get it moving. And get it into the system, especially during the holidays. During the holidays, I might put them in the mailbox in the morning, and I might make a trip before 5 o'clock in the evening just to get the cards in the system. It depends how the post office is doing. Polls. Viewer comments. Grab these from different places. I've been grabbing them from YouTube a lot. A lot of people have been commenting. But the first one was from Julie Norman. Thanks for another great video. And this was the video about, I was talking about foreign postcards. How I don't list a lot of them because I don't know the language. And she gave a good tip here. She says, thanks for another great video. I use Google Lens on my international postcards to translate them. Doesn't take more than a minute to do it. Excellent info on the Etsy shipping. And she was talking about where Woman Production Company or whatever, I forgot what the name, sorry about that, showed me that there's an eBay standard envelope on Etsy. Thanks, Julie. And that's a good tip. Just use Google Lens and maybe that'll help out. I'm going to try it. And then the next one came from Kim A. Thanks for the video. This was on the copper clad postcards. I've never seen copper cards before. I just went to eBay and bought a copper card for $10 with shipping. I'm glad to add it to my collection. Awesome. They're really neat cards. I only have one in my collection. I don't have any for sale. I just like the feel of it and the look of it. And if you haven't watched that video, it's about, I just did it before this one. It's postcards, I think, are mostly made by Copper Copper with a K and Card with a K company, and they wrap cardstock with copper, a thin copper with a picture embossed or etched into it. But take a look at that video here. But thanks, Kim, and glad you got something else for your collection. Karen Henderson said, great video. Nice to see that you need help at times. Glad you got shipping help for Etsy. Oh, I need help all the time. They could write books on me probably. Yeah, I don't know everything. I'm not the biggest seller out there. I just like to share what I do and opinions on there. And if anybody can show me something that makes it better, I'll cut in line to get to that person. And that's what's so great about being subscribed to this channel and other postcard channels like Julie Norman's, Popeye's, and Matt's, is you learn so much from different people and you pick what you want. Make it your own. But some things, don't try to reinvent the wheel. The wheel turns. Like shipping postcards, mailing postcards, listing postcards. And it's been done for years. Find the best way that sells it. There's really no secret sauce to it. Everything you need to know, the list to put in your title, is right on a postcard. You just got to figure out what's the best thing that's going to trigger someone to click and buy. But thanks, Karen. If anybody's got any help out there, feel free to put it out there. And then Flip It For Real, another question. I've been pulling his questions a little bit more lately. This one was, disregard, you covered this in another video. That's okay. I'm binging some old videos. I hate to see you have to take time to answer so many questions. That's what I'm here for. I learn as much as you guys do when I answer questions. I have to think about them sometimes on how I would answer it, because my thinking is a little different than some people. And my time is different than other people's and my methods. So I try to be as generic, but kind of give my opinion on them. But questions are great. I love answering questions. And I love asking questions. But maybe this will help some people. That's what these comments are for. Let's say you have 5 to 10 of the same card. 1 or 2 has writing and postage cancellation on the back. They're posted or unposted, used or unused, new or whatever you'll see on there, while the rest do not. How do you handle the situation personally? If I have 2 postcards, let's say these 2 postcards are the same on there. They're not, but let's just say they're the same on the front. But then when you turn it over, you notice this one's not posted and this one is posted and written on. If these were the 2 same postcards, these would be 2 separate listings, because they're 2 separate postcards. Now, if they were the same and they were both unused, that'd be 1 listing with a quantity of 2. I just tweaked the title a little bit to make sure it doesn't hit the eBay duplicate thing. That's what they look at, as the title, is what I found. But you change a few item specifics like posted or unposted and stuff like that. Then also by selling on Etsy, and that's why I still stay there, is maybe I'll put this one on eBay and this one on Etsy, just to do that. If they're both the same, I do that a lot. I'll put one on eBay, one on Etsy. And I don't list on Etsy 50 cards a day. What I do is I list this on eBay and I'll put this in the Etsy stack if they're the same. So it really doesn't matter. People are going to look and search on there. They're really buying it for majority of people are buying it for the subject on the card more than what's written on the back. But then you got people that go after the cancellations and stuff like that. Those are the people that are going to ask questions and research. I don't really bother too much with the back. I worry about what's on the subject on the front. And then that's what you want to make sure your pictures are clear and stuff. But ask all the questions out there. I try to get to them all. Right now I'm able to handle it. Maybe in the future, hopefully, it gets more than I can. And other people will jump in as well, and I appreciate that. But feel free to comment on other people's questions, get a conversation going. That's what I like about the channel. But the Metamorphic Postcards is just another novelty postcards. And if you've watched my videos, you know I like novelty. I like different postcards. So if you got any postcards I haven't covered, put it in the comments or send me an email. And my email's in the video description. And I'll see if I can add them to the list, or I'll let you know, hey, I already got that one queued up to do. But I'm looking for ideas of different postcards. And I have a whole bunch written out and scheduled for the year and into next year already. But if there's any out there that you know of, send me the thing on there. But one of them that's unique, and they don't sell for a lot, but it's the message in a mirror, where you need to have a mirror reflection to read what's on the postcard. And that's in this video here, another novelty postcard. So take a look at that video. That's all I got for you today. Good luck, and I'll catch you in the next one.